Well, good morning. It is November 1st, day 146 on the trail for me. I've left the Wolk Creek Hostel. Shadow dropped me off at the trailhead. And I'm in the initial climb up to, hopefully I'm going to say this right, Stecoah Bald. It's drizzled a little bit, so the the trail is not as crunchy today as it was yesterday, but that's going to make the way a little slippery. I think I can handle it. I had a good night's sleep at the hostel. They put me in a nice bed. Very comfortable. So, I feel well rested. Had a decent breakfast. And some real coffee. So, feeling good for the start. The overall plan for today is about 14 and a half miles. And after about 13 and a half, that'll get me to the Nantahala Outdoor Center, the NOC, where Kelly's going to meet me and give me a little bit of resupply. And then I got about a mile more to the Rufus Morgan shelter, which is on trail. And Rufus Morgan shelter, and then one more night. I feel like I've got then a 15-mile day, something like a 15-mile day, and then like a 10-mile day to get to Franklin. So that's the rough plan for the next few days. Haven't decided whether I'll just do the one night in Franklin or take a full 0. Kelly has a fifth wheel RV that he has been staying at in Franklin or near Franklin, so I can stay there instead of having to pay for a hostel. So I'll talk to him and we'll figure that out. All right, well, might be a little overcast today. Well, it is overcast. It's a bit cloudy, and got a feeling that these clouds aren't going to move too soon, but hopefully I'll get a decent view from the Bald. And we'll see. As always, if I see anything interesting, I will grab a picture or some video. But for now, here's what the trail looks like. Well, made it to the top of Stecoah Bald, and unfortunately completely socked in. Yeah, just in the middle of a cloud and nothing to see. That's unfortunate. Because, I mean, got this nice open area right here. And I'm sure that would have been a great view right there. All right, well, what can you do? Oh well. All right, well, I'm gonna try and figure out where the trail is because it's not very well marked up here, and make my way down. All right, I'll see you in a bit. Well, I'm about a mile from the NOC, and the rain has pretty much stopped. There's still some stuff dripping off the leaves, but at least it's not raining anymore. It had been raining for a few hours. Nothing really heavy, just a steady drizzle. Still no views, you know, completely socked in. But the hike itself hasn't been too bad. A couple of narrow, steep areas that were no fun, but overall not too bad. And right now I'm in a fairly gentle descent down to the NOC. And Kelly's already there. So, all is well. All right. So you can probably hear, you might be able to hear in the background the roadway nearby. Can't see it though, because of the mist. All right, well, here's what the trail looks like. Yeah, so the resupply at the NOC went very well. And again, he had some other food for me. I had a little bit of a salad, a fresh apple, and I think a beef stick. And yeah, he had a beer there for me. And I am pretty close now to the Rufus Morgan shelter, which is just, I don't know, 0.8 or 0.9 from the NOC. So yeah, actually I can see it now. So good day overall. I mean, weather could have been nicer, but oh well, we deal with that. So yeah, thanks again, Kelly. I mentioned, I told you there when I was there, but you don't know how much this helps. To be able to, know exactly when I'm going to be able to resupply and have it right there and not have to go shopping for it. That saves hours, literally hours. All right, so here at the Rufus Morgan shelter, let's get a look at what we've got here. All right, so I've got a privy there, and there's the actual shelter. I think it says it'll fit 6, which means 4 will be comfortable. And I don't know exactly where the water source is, but it's supposed to be a good water source. All right, I will see you again in a little bit. Yeah, so I'm at the Rufus Morgan shelter. It's about 6:40, I suppose, and the sun's going to go down soon over the mountains, so it's time to get ready. After I got here, it rained again for, I don't know, maybe about a half hour. Again, not too heavy, just a light rain. But now it's looking fairly clear out, and it's going to be cool overnight. The plan for tomorrow has me going, I think, 15.5 miles. And that'll get me to the Wyabald shelter, which for me is prior to the Wyabald. I'll hit Wyabald the next morning. Yeah. Yeah, so about 15.5 miles, which shouldn't be too bad. It looks like most of the climbing is in the morning. The majority of it. I mean, there's some throughout the day, but the big climb is in the morning, which I prefer. You know, fresher legs earlier in the day. Do that climb in the morning, and then, you know, not as tough the rest of the day. And hopefully, you know, it'll stay clear and I'll get some views tomorrow. We'll have to see. You never know. So again, hey, thanks again to Kelly for helping me out and resupplying me down at the NOC. And I'll see him in just a couple of days when I get to Winding Stair Gap, which leads right into Franklin. I think it's 10 miles, sorry, 10 miles from Franklin. And that's where he's been sort of stationed with his RV trailer. So I expect to stay in the trailer with him that night, and then we'll see from there. But then I'm only, I don't know, not too far from Georgia at that point. So, getting close. All right, well, as always, if you've stuck through to the end, you know I appreciate it. And I'll see you again tomorrow on the trail.